I'm Lory Beth Huffman, the Director of Connectional Ministries for Western North Carolina. I'm here with Barbara Crotts from Concord United Methodist Church, and we are here to celebrate presenting the One Matters Award to Concord UMC. This is an award sponsored by the General Board of Discipleship for any church that moved from 0 baptisms and professions of faith to just at least 1. And this year, our winner from Western North Carolina is Concord UMC. And Barbara, I wondered if you would tell us what you did to begin to talk about the story of baptism with the girls that ended up choosing to be baptized. How did that start?
Okay, in my Sunday school class, I developed my own lessons because it's too expensive to order the materials. And so we had done everything about Christmas, and so after Christmas, naturally Easter was coming next. And so we started talking about why we celebrate Easter, what happens at Easter, so forth and so on. The fact that Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist. We went all through that. The different ways that you can be baptized. The Presbyterian does it one way. You can sprinkle, you can pour, you can immerse. And so we talked about that. And so I asked the girls, I said, have you all been baptized? No, we don't. I said, well, let's talk about that. What does it mean? What do you do? How does it happen? And so forth. And so at that point, I had on my mind that it would be good if they would decide to be baptized at Easter. And so I talked to the adults first before I presented that to the girls. The adults were on board, absolutely on board. So then the girls and I talked about it. At that point, I had 4 girls in my Sunday school class, and we all talked about that and how it would happen. And one girl says, I don't think I want to be up there in front of all those people. I said, it's just the same people. We're just your family, whatever. And so everything went good. So one of the girls had a sister at home that was older. Now, this girl is in the 5th grade. Her sister at that point was a junior in high school. And so Lily was talking about all of this at home, and sister decided that she wanted to be baptized that day too. But she wanted to surprise her sister. And so Grandma knew what was going on. Grandma said to me, because Lily comes with Grandma to church, and Grandma says to me, I don't think it's a good idea since she hasn't been in Sunday school and she doesn't know all this. I said, it doesn't matter. If she feels strongly enough about being baptized, it's time for her to do it. Okay, so on the Easter Sunday morning, Maya shows up with Marley, Lily, Lillian, Sophia.
That was it.
Is that 5?
Yeah.
Okay. And Marley and Lillian's mother also did a profession of faith that day also. The preacher was aware that was going to happen. And so we just had a marvelous celebration that day of 5 girls getting baptized and a profession of faith.
I love that. I love the fact that it started with a Sunday school class lesson.
Just a conversation.
And curious girls asking questions. And I think you also spent some time outside of the Sunday school, or maybe later in Sunday school, doing kind of like a confirmation.
Right, we did that on a Sunday after one of the other lay leaders knew what was happening, and she said we need to have a meeting after church. So one Sunday after church, we did stay, ordered pizza, and we did go through the confirmation book. So we covered all of the material.
Yeah, I love it. You really helped prepare them for the decision that they had made, because these are all 4th and 5th graders, and then the graduating high school, 12th grader.
Well, the Marley was actually the 8th grader.
8th grader, okay.
So it's a wide span of
yeah,
ages.
Sure. But what a beautiful story of how a church and the laity extended the invitation and paid attention to the curiosity of children, of young women leaning in, and then helped make it possible for not only these girls to be baptized, but for one of their mothers to join. So we just celebrate Concord United Methodist Church for this really good work in fulfilling the Great Commission to go and make disciples and baptizing people in the name of Jesus.